let's get to it.
Yeah.
The 2024 recap. Again, Nyla, thank you for being here with us. I could not start off this year without speaking about the good brother. And he came from nowhere. Like, before January 2024, I think he was pretty quiet. He was pretty silent. But Katt Williams opened up a portal, opened up a door that has not been shut since.
I've been scared of short niggas ever since.
Yo.
Word to me. When they talk, I'm listening now. You didn't see how Kendrick followed that up?
They got something to say.
I'm scared of them.
That was in January.
I know.
He had this interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay.
It's as if he knew, right?
It's as if he spoke this year into existence.
January 4th, I'll never forget where I was.
Type of vibe, for real. Oh.
Yeah, he like kicked the door open, like for real.
But yeah, Katt Williams, he said
85 million views.
85 million views. Insane on YouTube. And again, also shout out to Shannon Sharpe.
Man, what an amazing year Shannon Sharpe had.
Yeah.
For sure.
He had an amazing year. He's one of the people who kind of got to show us how to pivot from being on the network. Actually, his first introduction to us was through football, right? Like, and there might be a middle-aged white woman who doesn't even know that he ever played a down of football.
That's true.
He's a whole Hall of Fame talent in football, but then he was able to transition into media. We saw last year in 2023, he left Undisputed, and now he has his own platform. He had Katt Williams.
Yeah.
And Katt Williams told us at the top of this year, the truth will set you free.
Yes. And he also aired some grievances.
He did.
Right? And that kind of molded the rest of the year.
Yeah.
People just kept coming out and saying how they felt, and whatever was on their chest is what they said.
So let's go backwards.
Yeah.
I want to ask y'all something.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
When Katt Williams said all of the things that he said, now a lot of people, and it's not me, so I don't want y'all to think I'm saying this. A lot of people have associated crack and cocaine with Katt Williams. They have.
This is true.
I'm honest. Like, that's been the association. That he's a crackhead. Like, they always try to discredit Katt with drugs.
I remember when he got beat up by that kid.
That was a tough moment, right? So when Katt Williams started the year off by saying, yo, they're having sex parties in the mansions.
Yo, he did say it. He did say it.
When Katt Williams started the year off by saying, yo, Harvey Weinstein wanted to suck my dick to be in a movie.
We were so confused.
A lot of people probably questioned him. Where did y'all feel in 2024? Nyla, I want to start with you.
How did I feel about the crack or the sex parties?
You know, that's a wild sentence.
Just Katt Williams.
Well, let me give my honest opinion. All right. I mean, I believed him. You know what I'm saying? I got friends, so then I like start calling friends, and then they have their opinions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I believed him. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked.
You're like, he's probably not lying.
He's never given us a real reason.
But then some of the things just didn't really make any sense. Like the sprinting thing, I'm like, nah, nigga. The reading the books, I'm like, I don't really know. But it
was, what, 3,000 books?
That's like,
he said he read like 3,000 books.
But then he's like, but the truth will set you free. So I'm like, wait, which one is it? Are we telling the truth or are we like...
Are we exaggerating?
Yeah, but something that I'm starting to pick up from like a lot of greats like Katt Williams is a lot of these niggas lie. But they're lying as like it's like a...
It's structured lying.
Yeah, it's psychological.
Okay.
So that's what that was.
Like psychological structured lying.
Sure. Does that not make sense?
No, it does.
No,
because
like,
I want to add to what you're saying.
Okay.
I've realized in my time in this space that people will lie.
People be dead
and we'll know that they're lying, and they know that they're lying. For sure.
But people don't know they lying.
There you go. I guess it's part of the game.
Charlamagne always says, believe me when I'm lying. You should believe me even when I'm lying. I just be like, what?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Why would I believe him if he's lying?
Even when he's like, I don't know.
I guess because
but
I thought you were gonna explain what he meant by that. But you're like, I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure it out, but
But that's a bar though. Like I like the way it sounds. Like believe me when I'm
even
lying.
when I'm lying.
It sounds like there's a bit of truth in every joke. Does that
yes.
make sense? Yeah, right? Like
but I think it was the same for Katt. I read 3,000 books a year. It's like, okay. I'm still a little lost on that one. But
what if he does?
I believed him. I'm gullible.
Yeah, it's okay. We all been there.
Nah. Nala.
Shut up.
That was shady.
Shut up.
He was gonna do the accent.
Nala.
For me, it's hard
Get you later.
to judge what I think about this interview in hindsight because he wound up being so right about the random shit that he said. So I'm having a hard time thinking like, what did I genuinely feel in January when he first did this?
Yeah.
Because now this interview is gold. Like it is a gold mine.
He even did a 40-yard dash when they said he was slow and couldn't run. He put out a video of him actually running a 40-yard dash, and he looked a little faster than me.
He did.
I don't know how to feel about that. He been here a while.
He was moving.
Yeah,
He
so
was moving.
I don't know how I feel.
The other thing he said, one of the highlights, he came at Steve Harvey, which was kind of crazy because nobody really comes at Steve Harvey. He came at Cedric the Entertainer. But the highlighting quote that I feel like we haven't really talked about, you gotta say no to Diddy. You have to say no.
He said that.
When it's time to, you gotta know when to go home. And we'll talk about that throughout the year. But I feel like for 2024, Katt Williams really set the tone for what this year was. And because it's the most played interview on YouTube history, shout out to, again, Shannon Sharp and Katt Williams. It is the most played interview, the most viewed interview in YouTube history. I think that is a huge accomplishment. It should not be diminished. And it should also be highlighted.
Yeah.
But because it is Katt Williams, a lot of people try to poke a lot of holes and a lot of, try to discredit him for some of the things that he said. But I think he set the tone for this year in a way that nobody else could have because like Alex, like Nyla, like Regi, all of y'all said, a lot of the things he said came true. A lot of it was also bullshit. But the tone, the underlying arc and story of what Katt Williams was saying, which is this is the year of the truth.
Yeah.
All of the sexual dick deviants. No, big dick deviants. That's
Big
it.
dick.
Nah, that was, he called them big dick deviants.
The BDDs.
Oh, I thought you was adding some.
Nah, that ain't my-
I thought you had something like. I
that
thought
was
you knew
SaVon
something.
sauce?
Yeah,
That's not
thought
my.
you knew something.
That's not my bag. That's not my bag. I didn't see the tapes. But all of the big dick deviants, as Katt Williams put it, he said that they were going to be exposed. And some of these things have been exposed. Things that we could not have even imagined this year.
No, it's true.
Yes.
And I'm glad he did it. Because if you're going to give me 10 truths, you give me 3 lies. I'm
not mad
That's a
at
good little
that.
I'm
ratio.
not mad at that.
I ain't
Yeah,
mad with that.
I'm
For
not.
entertainment purposes,
For entertainment
you know?
purposes, spice it up a little bit.
I'm not mad
I
at
ain't
that.
mad at that.
I can
Yeah.
agree.
Cool.
Hey, man.
So after Katt Williams, again, we're gonna do this, and I just want to give the audience and the listeners a quick understanding of how we're gonna walk through the year.
Right.
We're gonna do it by quarters. Okay. So even if it's not chronological, which we're gonna do our best to make it chronological, just know this happened in Q1, and then we're gonna go Q2, Q3, Q4.
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Right? Like that makes sense?
Yeah.
That works? All right,
Yeah.
cool. So let's keep it in Q1. The Super Bowl was next. Usher. Shout out to Usher.
Ursher.
Yes.
Why does that not feel like this year? That feels like last year.
It was so early. It's
Damn,
February.
okay.
A
Yeah.
lot happened this year too. Since Usher performed at the Super Bowl, and just Usher news, Usher has women licking cherries like they're nutsacks.
Still
And they
to
doing
this
it,
day,
too.
like he started this residency 5 years ago or some shit.
Right,
Like
right. He's been doing this, right.
Yeah. So Usher, he performed at the Super Bowl. There was a lot of controversy about his performance. A lot of people had a lot of commentary on it. Me personally, I was happy to see a legend from our culture, right? Like, yes, Usher translates audience because he's a massive star, but I wouldn't necessarily consider him a crossover pop star like The Weeknd. Right, like The Weeknd started out in like this weird R&B kind of vibe, and now he's strictly R&B. Pop. I'm sorry, thank you, Regi. He's strictly pop. I don't even know if Black people identify with The Weeknd in that way.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Currently,
he's just switched over so much. Where Usher, we claim that. That's us. That's ours.
And also during his set, he made it was very the Las Vegas of it all. But at the end, it was mad Atlanta. Like it was straight up like Atlanta influence. So he put that on the biggest stage. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Deeply influenced off of his residency, right? Like we got to see a lot of the same dance moves and skating that we saw at his residency at the Super Bowl. Wait, you said there was controversy around it. I'm forgetting. What was did they want someone else is what you're insinuating?
Well, for me, I'm glad you asked, bro. I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
I'm so fucking
Oh,
glad
because
you
they ain't
asked.
getting
He
Neo.
said,
No.
he said I'm the problem. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
The controversy was
You want a Neo.
Justin Bieber. Justin
Oh.
Bieber, he has been an underlying theme of this year.
Yeah.
Right? And so I just wanted to kind of start with the controversy with this year's Super Bowl is that Usher, what you got to say, Alex?
Nah,
I can see it on your mind.
No. What happened with Justin Bieber, Usher? What happened? What
That
else?
was just a rumor. It was.
What was the rumor, Nyla?
Yeah, Nala, what was
You
the
so
rumor?
informed. Breakfast Club.
No,
alum.
I know nothing.
Nala, we need to talk. Like,
You're trying to say that Justin Bieber was supposed to come out for the Super Bowl.
Well, he declined it. A lot of people wanted him to come out, and he declined it for his own personal reasons.
And that's fine. And whatever you're trying to allude to is a rumor.
Wait, that's not like a big controversy.
I don't know.
Wait,
That's
what
what
is
I'm
it?
saying. He just over here instigating.
nah,
That's what he does. That's what he does.
I mean, Puff said he woke
I
up.
might.
Shut up.
Puff
Shut up. I'm sick of you.
Puff said they was sharing Frosted Flakes, Honey Nut Cheerios in the morning when they woke up.
gosh.
All right, we're gonna get there. My
Nah,
fault.
this breaks my heart.
Now that we look back on it, this might have been the Diddy Bowl. Jay-Z threw it. Usher performed it, and Justin Bieber declined it. The three
Her came out,
denominators.
Ludacris came out, Jermaine Dupri came out. Like, there's other factors.
Thank you.
Don't do that, you conspiracy theorists.
Thank you, Nala. Big it up. Big them up.
You don't think Diddy and Jermaine Dupri never had a little night out?
Oh my
I mean,
goodness gracious.
A lot
No.
of people had nights out with Diddy.
I DJ'd a Diddy party.
Okay.
How was that?
I ain't seen nothing. I spun, I left.
See that?
And
As a bar, I spun, I left.
I know that's right.
A lot of people did that. But yeah, Usher, he did the Super Bowl this year. And I think just on his performance alone, his performance was phenomenal. It was great.
Yeah, it was
This
great.
was a 10 out of 10.
Literally,
I
no
agree.
notes.
Oh.
Yes, 10 out of 10.
I agree.
Yeah. And it was the most viewed Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
So that means, if we're doing like numbers and math, that is the most watched Super Bowl halftime show ever. So shout out to Usher. Again, being
Period.
able to do this is a 30-year career in 2024 with all the things that has happened. And I do want to say this about Usher too. Usher has really thick skin.
Yeah.
Because I remember this top of this podcast, there was some rumor, like when I say the top, I mean like when me and Alex first started doing this, there was some real heinous rumors around Usher and his genitals.
Oh, yeah.
And for him to push through
I remember that era.
Forgot about that.
Nah, he pushed through that and got on the Super Bowl stage. So shout out to Usher.
I mean,
he pushed
even
through
through
that.
what the rumors have been about Usher this year, like I think everybody has a soft spot for Usher, but he's just been in the game so long,
long.
started at 15, 14. So to just go through everything that you've gone through and handle it with grace, not to mention Usher dropped a project this year independently. Still collaborating with artists like 21 Savage, Summer Walker,
Lotto.
The way he puts on for Atlanta, the way he puts on for R&B, like Usher, we love you. I don't,
sure.
I don't
No,
care.
we do. But I'm gonna be honest with you. That album you put out after the Super Bowl was butt. You my man though.
It wasn't my favorite.
It wasn't.
called Going Home?
Uptown girl, uptown world. Like
Hey.
Ush.
Well, he's in a different space in life.
He
You know,
is.
you gotta just go travel with your favorite artists and their journeys. Because at this point,
You're right,
like,
but-
let's be real. You know, I'm a huge J. Cole fan.
Facts.
People hate For Your Eyes Only. I love For Your Eyes Only. If
I
this
love
is
that
where
too.
you're at right now, then this is where you folding clothes. I can't wait to have.
How do you feel?
clothes
I
for you.
think For Your Eyes Only was phenomenal. How do you feel about KOD? Because that's the one where I'm like, it deserves the critiques.
I ain't gonna lie. I really like it. I'm a stan.
No.
All right. I love
No.
Window Pane. I love Kevin's Heart.
Mm-hmm.
I
good.
love.
She my number one.
I
I
don't
say
need
nothing
nothing
else
on the
to
side.
find. That's Kevin's Heart. You know what I'm saying? I only know two songs. from
What? Somebody. I love it.
Salute to Usher.
Nah, for sure.
I'm glad that we're able to give Usher his flowers in real time.
Facts.
Because this whole year has just been us appreciating him and really celebrating him as the GOAT that he is. So
Yes.
I hope
Yeah.
we continue. You know, nothing's happening to him, knock on wood. Like, he's healthy. He looks beautiful. Like, I just love witnessing it.
And even
I
if
agree.
something does come out moving forward, you know, obviously because of who he's attached to, like it doesn't. I don't. Honestly, this year has really shown me like who am I to judge any of these niggas? I have never been in their predicament. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
That's a fact.
And that's why I got to the point of he got into the game so young. So it's like we already know this is a predatory world. Period.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you in music or you in fucking pharmacy. That's just how it goes. But I will say Beyonce definitely stepped on Usher's moment with that commercial where she announced that her album was dropping. It was like I was on a 10
Yes.
after watching Usher perform, and then Beyonce commercial came on right after that, and I'm like, oh, now I'm on the website trying to see what Beyonce's about to
well,
drop.
we should be focusing on Usher, yeah.
Yes.
That's one of the
Forgot
most
about that.
innovative ways to announce anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to do a live announcement on like that I forgot that happened.
Only she could do that though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the commercial literally ended with "drop the album" or some shit like that, right?
Yes.
It was fire. But I agree with
Yeah.
Nyla too. It kind of like stepped on the moment.
Shout out to Beyonce. It did step up because the album was coming home. The name of Usher's album was Coming Home. It wasn't a lot that I could pull from there, but
It wasn't much home.
it wasn't much to really pull from.
It wasn't much home.
my
Oh shit, my bad. I said going home. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Beyonce, I forgot she did that during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And again, that's such a flex. And again, we're gonna speak about the Carters as a whole at some point. But just knowing that Jay-Z has the influence that he has with the NFL, with the Super Bowl, to put Usher on that stage, and then have his wife say, "Hey, we gonna drop an album like this." Like it was just really dope, really innovative, and also
I agree.
because we are gonna talk about Beyonce's #1 op. Taylor Swift, me at least.
We're gonna get there.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
talk about that at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But to
sure.
see Beyonce have the year in and year out, like
Yeah.
she's always a topic of conversation.
Always.
We can't avoid her. We don't necessarily want to avoid her, but just for her to have that kind of lasting power, I do want to highlight that too in 2024.
I agree. And this was when she was basically telling us, "Hey, I'm getting a country this time, yo." I liked it. I liked the single. I remember it was 16 carriages. 16 carriages riding away. Y'all know the words. I don't. But I like that one a lot. Texas Hold'em was cool. It was a pretty cool album. Yeah.
It
I
was.
fucked with it.
What else did we have? We also had Wendy Williams,
Yeah.
a legend in
Oh
the
my
media
God.
space.
That documentary, right?
Documentary came out around this time of year, again, February Q1. And it kind of gave us a little bit of insight into where she is today, her health. I don't know how y'all feel. We don't have to stay too long on this. But Wendy Williams, like, personally, I feel we wouldn't be able to do what we do without a Wendy Williams.
She
Right.
opened doors for
She
sure.
opened
yeah.
doors for so many people, men, women alike.
Facts.
And let's give her a little bit of credit here.
Got to.
We don't know what's true. We don't know what's false. We don't know what's allegations or alleged. But she was the first to call Diddy freak-offs.
Yo, she
Was she really?
was. She was. She said this years ago.
She said
Wait.
this years ago that he
Years
was
ago.
butt fucking.
And people just thought that she was hating.
I went and got the audiobook for Wendy Williams' second book.
Yeah.
And in it, she was definitely throwing it. She had Misa come in, do an exclusive interview in the book.
Damn.
Wendy was definitely always doing that, yeah.
Been on that.
But the documentary was sad.
It was eye-opening. Because we kind of knew she wasn't doing the best. Like, she had drinking problems and she had health issues. But to kind of get a visual of it,
Yeah.
that was different. That was way
And
different.
I remember when it dropped, there was a lot of conversation around like, is she able to consent to this being released? Like, who is really like, what are their intentions with releasing this? I rember we taled about that a lot,
That's
like
a
as
fact.
a society.
Wells
Yeah.
Fargo has my money.
Yeah, remember that shit?
I forgot about that. Yeah, man. Shout out to Wendy Williams. We're gonna pray for her, and
Sending
we're gonna
you love, yeah.
yes, let's send her
She's
some
recently
love.
been deemed incapacitated, by the way.
No.
Yeah, so it seems as if her guardian or her handler is in control, in full control of everything that has to do pertaining to Wendy Williams as of now. But let's see what happens in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She's a super legend.
Facts.
A trailblazer in our industry and media and radio specifically. But before we get out of Q1,
Wait.
Talk to
You
me.
know what? Whatever.
it's your show, girl. The N is
Nah,
for
we need to
talk.
talk. Word. Like,
You forgot
my
what's the
God.
N for?
I was
Nyla.
just gonna say though she is a trailblazer. I think there's something to be said about the energy that you put out and then the energy that comes back to you. So like just because you're doing something and it works for you and and you carve a lane, you just always have to be mindful of the energy that you're putting out.
I agree
That
with
is
that.
true.
Even if one doesn't
That's it.
consider it to be direct karmic retribution,
Yeah.
you still will be critiqued
Yeah.
when it's your time.
And even if it's not
Yeah.
in this lifetime,
Right.
but even what we're seeing it happening in this lifetime, as
Yeah.
Katt Williams said. So that's why, I like, though we want to give her flowers, I just, in case there's like other journalists listening, I want you to also be mindful. Like, yeah, you get your flowers, but people who are there or people who really know.
They're going to put you in that box.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm just to kind of put a button on that. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But again, before we get up out of Q1, there are two major events I do want to highlight. The first, which actually these next two talking points. They kind of lasted throughout the year. So I don't even know if there's one that I want to like talk about more than the other. But let's start with Diddy because we're talking about Wendy. So let's keep it with Diddy. Diddy, his LA and his Miami homes were raided.
Yeah.
We got to see
Homeland
footage, Homeland Security,
DEA, all of the departments.
This is coming after 2023, where Cassie, filed the suit against him and made a ton of allegations. Where at this point in 2023, the law said, "Hey, let's see about these things," and they raided his home, and his children were there, and Stevie J was there, and again, I know in hindsight. Why you laughing at Stevie J?
Nah, he just always there.
He was there.
Somehow,
He is always there. Stevie just always there. But yeah, keep going, my brother.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This is, again, I feel like I've said this so many times on this podcast. There are two figures in hip hop that I just remember thinking like, oh, wow, this is my introduction to hip hop. Diddy and Mace, right? Like the first video, the first visual that I have of hip hop, it features Diddy in there.
We all had the same childhood, yo.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I just remember so vividly
Same.
Bad Boy, right? Like, it's like, hey. Like, Diddy was there. So to know the fall from grace or some of the discoveries that we had, or just where he lives in present day, Diddy, listen to what I'm saying right now. Diddy is behind bars.
That is crazy
Allegedly.
to think about.
I ain't seen no mugshot.
Nala.
I ain't seen no mugshot. I gotta be honest.
Honestly,
Nala,
no one has ever
he in
brought that up
Brooklyn.
before.
Have y'all seen the mugshot?
He in Brooklyn.
Allegedly.
Niggas up top saying
Wait,
he
there
in
really is no mugshot? I feel like there is.
Is niggas
no?
up top
Somebody
fighting to make
show me
his
the
bed right now.
I be feeling like when like people this powerful get put behind bars.
Yeah.
They ain't really put behind bars.
For real?
You think so?
And I ain't even mad at it necessarily. Honestly, I'm really not.
Really? Is this your conspiracy theory?
It is. But where's the mugshot? Oh.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
what's
that's
that
old.
one?
That's
That's old. Where is the 2024
but they got him in
mugshot?
the court.
Wait, what is this?
But they got him in the court. They
What
got
is
him at MDC Brooklyn. No, that is photoshopped.
That is YMW Melly. No,
This is ChatGPT.
Yeah, that is chat.
I'm sorry, there's a lot going on. I didn't fact check.
Oh my god! But no, Nala, he at MDC Brooklyn. There's some niggas right now trying to make his bed.
okay.
Word, they fighting too. They trying to sing. They
Yo.
trying to sing Jodeci and shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He could really start a record label in jail. I know they would have some fire.
I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
It's
They have to pass
talented.
the time somehow. He's probably doing that. in here.
That pain music.
Imagine Diddy, R. Kelly, and Tory Lanez on the track.
Oh my goodness
my
gracious.
Yo,
That shit
talent
might-
shows are
the
going
shit-
stupid.
The shit might go up.
And like, there's not much to do there, so they give it their all.
Come on,
you know?
Take that.
Come
take
on,
that,
you don't need to
take
big up.
that.
No. Oh my
Take
God.
no. We leaving that ad lib last year, nigga.
Well, Diddy got arrested this year. We'll get to the arrest.
That's fair.
But in February Q1, he again, this was a big ass story. Like none of us have ever imagined this to happen to a Diddy. All of us had a ton of questions like, "Where's Hov?" We'll get there later. But yeah, so Diddy did. His homes were raided. His children who were at his homes. His children are adults, but it's still
Got some
kinda,
teenagers too.
Yeah, he does have teenagers, but the ones that was featured in the video of his house being raided, it was his older kids, King Combs. I want to say just like they were at his house when that happened. I know it has to be super traumatic, so I do want to send my thoughts and prayers to them. They also got Gangsta this year.
Yo, if it's one thing I'm realizing, dudes grow up and then turn gangster.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm learning that now. Like
They got a little
niggas
gang?
turn 28, then turn crip.
Well-
Like shit's crazy.
I will say life will challenge you, and in those challenges, you either rise to the occasion or you don't. But I didn't really necessarily think they needed to do that. But I do send them my love and well wishes.
For sure.
But if you think about it, all they have seen is how Diddy has moved with other people. And that assertiveness of power, how he moves, how he talks to people, how he
Allegedly.
allegedly, right? So I'm sure they can emulate a bit of it. Like, you know what? I need to be as strong as how I saw my father move around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you allege, and I'm just speaking for me. You allege my father butt fucking. I'm seeing you. Word.
That's a lot of people you got to see.
That's the thing. On my,
That's
like,
the
I'm just
thing.
talking for me, for my, like,
Nah,
so I can understand. But I will say,
Yeah.
why would you challenge Ray J?
I know.
That's the one person on earth. Just leave Ray alone.
Yeah.
Because he
You
don't
can see
care.
what he could do.
Yo,
We've
Nyla,
seen.
He don't care.
fellow Capricorn.
Ray J?
fellow
Oh, that
Capricorn.
makes a lot of sense.
Fellow
Oh my gosh,
Capricorn.
don't give her that ammo.
That makes a lot of sense.
You starting to piece them together now, right?
Yeah.
Fellow Capricorn.
Isn't
Regi.
R. Kelly also a Capricorn?
Yep.
Wow.
See that?
See, no,
Look at his group.
That's the one you shouldn't have added.
Look at his group.
Keeping it moving. We also had in Q1, and this is really where the biggest domino of the year kind of fell.
Ooh. I like
Future.
I like the way you intro that.
Oh.
Future.
Yes, Future.
He dropped his album, We
We
Don't Trust You.
Hey, Metro.
Look at us making a beat on the mic.
That sounded pretty good.
Look
I
at
don't
us.
know.
Look at us.
The end of Q1.
Yeah.
We Don't Trust You.
We Don't Trust You.
Metro Boomin. The album, by the way, it was phenomenal. But like Kendrick has done in the past, he has taken a phenomenal body of work or a phenomenal song and has just overshadowed it with his talent, with his ability, with his one verse. And that's what he did with Like That, which dropped. Again, this is the end of Q1, and now it starts to get a little bit tricky. Like That drops.
I like
Absolutely.
that beat. I'm thinking about that's like a diabolical beat. Like there's so much going on in it.
It is that, and it's also a classic hip hop sample. The first version of the beat came out in like the late '80s, early '90s.
Facts.
It's been flipped like 3 times.
Mad times.
But the way Metro did it is stupid.
Yeah,
and
the
I
808's
think
on there.
if we could sum up Q1, motherfuck the big 3, nigga, it's just big me. That headline, you know what I'm saying? When the aliens read like the headline,
Yeah.
damn.
And you know what's crazy? At that time, Nyla, I didn't understand how emphatic that bar was gonna be.
Man.
I was none the wiser. I just was like, all right, cool, yeah, he's getting this shit off. Granted, I
he's
knew he
talking
was.
shit, yeah.
Like I knew he was talking shit towards Drake, but I didn't know that was gonna be the one to really get shit popping.
Yeah, like that bar definitely did what it needed to do. Like the impact that bar had.
The cool thing, and we can kind of talk about it, but the cool thing about that album, and this has been a trend, I don't know who started this, and Nyla, Regi, Alex, one of y'all may have known.
Okay.
I want to say it was Travis Scott, but who started the trend of dropping an album and not listing the features?
Kanye, Travis.
I feel like it was Travis. That actually makes sense. But
Yeah.
when We Don't Trust You came out, the dope thing about it was you had to listen to it to kind of just pick
Find
up
it,
everything,
yeah.
This is
to
facts.
find whatever was in the album because he didn't list the features when it first dropped.
I hate
Yeah.
that, by the way.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, I hate it.
I'm not mad at it because there's mad listen. We're all music lovers here, so we'll do our due diligence and listen in a good way, in an orderly way. But there's like, I would say like 65% of music listeners will skip ahead if they see an exciting feature. They'll just skip ahead.
That's a
so
fact.
if I was an artist, like I see why artists do it. Like don't skip ahead to track 16. Like can you start from the top, please?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, like I'm not mad at it on the first listen. On the first listen, I want you to be as focused as possible. I want you to see where I was trying to take this album. However, after I realized who was on what song, okay, show them features now.
No,
Yeah.
but they
I'm
do
trying to
this-
go to the songs I like.
They do this thing where a few days later they go back and be like, okay, just kidding,
That's
and
a
they
fact.
add the features.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
go
No,
for it.
please keep going, say more. Yeah, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say on the album,
Yeah.
just some of the other notable features: Rick Ross, Playboi Carti, Travis Scott. There was a bunch of people who was on this album, but again, the standout track for me, song, was Like That. I think everybody could kind of attest to that, and
sure.
it was a phenomenal body of work. I think
I loved it.
Me
Ice
personally,
Attack, Claustrophobic, great
Future,
album.
he dropped a lot this year, but personally, this was my favorite album from Future.
As opposed to the second one he dropped off.
He
is what
dropped
you're
the
saying?
second one, and then he
And
dropped the
then
mixtape
tape.
Pluto.
Yeah,
Pluto. So
yeah, Pluto, mixtape Pluto. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, man.
I agree. And this first quarter, not only did we get We Don't Trust You, we got Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips. That was a great project for TDE to come out for TDE and to start the year. And again, we got Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. So, because I'm still confused. Wasn't it like a 3-part thing that she was doing?
Act 1, Act 2,
Act 1,
three.
Act 2, Act 3. I guess we're still waiting for the completion of the series.
What act
All right,
are we
cool.
in present day?
Well, I think we're waiting for the third one.
We're in 2, we're waiting on 3. Yeah.
Okay, all right. See,
I have a
see that?
prediction that Act 3 is going to be a rock album.
Ooh.
I need
I
her to
feel
come
like
back
that
to
because
R&B.
the first one, Renaissance, dance,
Right.
Yeah.
country, and then rock. Like she dominates a genre for each chapter. So
I
You don't
would
think
love
she'd
that.
come back with R&B? You don't think she should come back with some R&B?
I mean,
hope
I would
so.
love it, but I don't know.
She's done that already. She's been giving us
Nyla,
that for 20
Nyla,
years.
Nyla.
She's trying to show us the range.
What's the problem?
And also, I think like her message is always like, wait, what is it?
What's the problem? You've been doing it, do it
Shut
again.
up.
I feel like her message with these acts, well, I don't know, this is just like a theory, but she's all like her underlying message is like Black people created these genres, by the way.
Yes,
so
that's
like
a
that's
great
what
point.
she said with Renaissance and then Cowboy Carter, obviously country music.
Yeah.
So
I
That's a
love
great
that
point.
you said that.
Yeah, that's a great
because
point.
in 2024, I'm gonna take this in 2025. Right? We have the tendency as a culture, as people who are fans of certain people, we assume a lot. Right?
That's our
we
bag.
do not hear, like literally,
That's our bag, yo.
we don't hear
Just
from
assume
certain
shit.
people, but we create these narratives and these storylines and these messages. Like Dame Dash said something, and again, I'm kind of jumping around a bit, but Dame Dash said something last week. I saw him on an interview, and he said, "Hey, until I directly hear from Jay-Z, I haven't heard from Jay-Z." Because he posts like a graphic on the Rock Nation page.
These
and we
cryptic
assume
messages,
It's
yeah.
in the tone. Again, I said last week that Jay-Z sounds like Bruce Wayne. He talks like he's ready to defend Gotham, right?
Yeah, I can't wait to show you who
On some
I am.
vigilante. Some real vigilante shit.
And I love it.
Oh my God.
But we
yo.
haven't really heard from Jay-Z, nor have we heard from Beyonce. So with these three acts, I would love to just hear at some point what they have to say about it.
Them niggas ain't talking to us.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
not.
Like, there's no direct interview of her addressing the people, but if you like follow the albums, she has released like paragraphs, visuals, like short films. So that's what I'm drawing off of.
Okay, I'm
I
not
feel
mad at
like
that.
I am assuming, like she didn't say it directly, but there's been a lot to draw the conclusion on. So
Okay, I'm just being selfish about the R&B thing. I've always loved Beyonce's R&B music, and Ali, you're right. She's given it to us for years. I just want to know what it would sound like in 2024, 2025, 2026.
I'm not
That's
mad at
all,
that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Some of the other things, real quick. Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids and TV. That was released on HBO, on Max.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. That was a really dope documentary. I think, again,
was.
just speaking to our age demographic, hearing from a Drake Bell,
Man.
the face of Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
hearing from some of the child stars, all that. Like, I know there's Gen Z. Y'all do not understand what these figures meant to us.
Yeah.
Because we had to rely on cable.
We did. We did.
They have so many options now.
It was also like curated. Like
Yeah.
Drake Bell, he was curated to be the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a really dope documentary. Again, just to quickly highlight that. But then we get into Q2. Talk to me, Nyla.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drake Bell for real though, just because I know for victims it's really hard to be vulnerable and open about such like a dark place in your life. But what I fuck with about it is that I feel like it creates a safe space for other people who are victims to also open up. Because I do want to see more of that. And y'all not gonna mention Tyler? Like I see her on the list,
No,
but
we getting there.
like
didn't she?
That's what we waiting
Wait,
for
did she
Regi.
drop her album in 2023?
Reggie would
no.
know.
Wasn't it December
No.
2023?
Maybe
No,
that
she was
song.
supposed to do the tour, then the tour got canceled, but then the project came out top of
This
the year.
year?
Yeah.
Reggie has came in and raved about Tyler's album
my God.
all year.
Tyler is that fucking girl.
Yeah,
She
I
that's
is
love
good.
that girl.
Tyler,
She's
yeah.
the
That's
superstar that she wants to be.
She got a lot of hate this year too, right?
There has been so much. People make a comment about everything she did.
Cultural,
like,
maybe just some cultural differences.
yeah.
You know, sometimes us Africans, we come off a bit proud. We come off sometimes. Are you okay? What's your problem?
Sorry, I just got.
Yeah, just relax yourself. Just relax yourself there.
All right.
Okay, you know, sometimes, because I can speak. I'm an American and I'm also a Nigerian, of course. right?
Wait. Hold up. Time out.
Well, I'm
No.
I'm a Nigerian American.
Wait, hold up.
I'm a Nigerian American.
Wait, what?
We have been doing this podcast for quite some time.
I'm a Nigerian
I have
American.
never heard Alex refer to himself
As
as,
an
an
American.
Yeah, I'm a Nigerian
I've
American.
been the lone proud American.
I'm Nigerian now.
Why you switching
proud
up?
to
I know it's okay,
an
so
American.
because if I talk like this now, you will start your nonsense. So me, I'm not trying to talk like this. You understand? But the thing is,
Okay.
I'm both.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Okay.
You know, that's it.
You are.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
mad. Well, next time we have these conversations about being American,
Yeah.
I just want to see your fist go up.
I bet. What's the like? All right, let me check.
It can only go up halfway.
American.
Yo, you good?
Sorry,
I was
Where
born
at
here.
least I know
I was born
I'm
here.
free.
I wasn't.
I was. Oh shit! Where are you born?
I'm an army brat. I was born in Germany.
Oh, cool.
You're German?
She did
fire.
mention that though to us. She did say that.
Yes.
She did say that.
Can you talk that shit to us?
No.
Nah?
No, it's
Or
not.
ask her
It's
to
not,
speak German?
it's not sexy. It's not like French. It's like.
Oh, but you know some.
It's a lot. You know.
Oh, but you got a little bit of that. Okay, let me hear a little. Okay, you got a little bit of that, huh?
You know what? That sounded too much like hot tour. Can we keep it pushing?
You got a hot tune on that thing.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, hey, hold up. Unplug my earphones.
Wait, just really quick, just rapid fire. Who was your favorite child star from that era, like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel? Because I have one answer.
Okay.
I still stand her to this day, but rapid fire.
Okay.
Just Nickelodeon or Disney
Just
included?
I guess that era.
Just that era in general.
Mine is a character, Penny Proud.
Oh, love Penny.
Love that.
Love Penny. That's a good one.
Oh my God.
Favorite character.
I'm shitty.
Well, okay.
Naked Brothers Band.
Oh my God, that is so slept on.
Yeah.
People don't talk about them
That's all
anymore.
I got.
For me, I'm a Hillary Duff girl.
Oh,
Me too.
I don't know what it is. Like I had her posters on my wall. I love you, Hillary
sure.
Duff.
Yeah, I love her too.
She looks great today.
She looks.
Does
good.
she?
She aged like fine wine. Like I love her so much.
Yeah.
She look good.
She looked
Gotta
good.
salute when everybody look good. I
But I
saluted y'all
love-
for taking showers today. So. I did.
It's the little things. Thank you.
It's the
Alex.
little things, right?
Yes.
Right? Exactly. She look good. You know, that's that. All right, let me chill out.
I ain't mad at that.
That's the type of milk that don't spoil. You know what I'm saying?